Hey everybody, it's Miss Mocha, and the topic for today is my top 3 challenges as a 20 something. So let's get right into it. First thing is haters. Now of course I've been dealing with haters my whole life, you know what I'm saying? But especially in my late teens, early 20s, like that period in undergrad, but maybe about a year after, I didn't really know how to even identify when somebody was hating on me because it's never something I like to admit to myself. And I was thinking about it today and figured that maybe that's because I didn't want to beef with people. So my whole thing is like, I used to think jealousy and dislike was like went hand in hand. But recently one of my homegirls explained it to me and she was like, nah, jealousy is just simply they can't do what you're doing. Dislike is something totally different. So, I used to think, well, if you jealous of me, you must not like me. And I ain't really trying to beef. I don't like to do that. I don't like to do the confrontational thing. I don't know if that's just because I'm a Libra or whatever. I don't like confronting people about stuff because bitches always like to take it here when you just trying to be here. Ain't nobody got time for all that. So I would just mostly just kind of let them do their thing. They had a little sneak attacks, a little sneaky comments. Sometimes I'll say something back, but generally people that hate on me, I still allow them access to my space, which was a detriment to my mental health because whole time I'm thinking I'm dealing with somebody on a regular basis who don't even like me. But turns out that's not even really the case. It's just pure jealousy, and it's really a love and a hate at the same time. And nobody can control that but that person. The reason they choosing to hate is because they don't want beef either. They're not gonna come at you on no confrontational shit. They just gonna do the little sneak dissing, I'm gonna just say a little of this, say a little of that, say it just in a way that I know I can get to her. And they be mad at themselves because you created this beef, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not even gonna give you the power to know that what you saying or doing is bothering me. So that was that. I'm a very humble person, and what I used to think was humble was actually meekness. So I'm working on changing that up. I'm in my mid-20s now. So I'm able to like reflect back on a lot of the things that I've been kind of struggling with and haven't really had clarity on. I've had even boyfriends be jealous of me, and took me years after the first one to even identify what was going on. Okay, and the second thing we're going to talk about is dating. Dun, dun, dun. I don't even know what it is for real, but it's been cloudy and dark and treacherous. I can't even remember actually the last date that I went on. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody just be on the let's chill. So we chilling, and then 2, 3 weeks later they complaining that they in the friend zone because I ain't gave it up. Like, what have you done to get yourself out of the friend zone? You know what I mean? Anybody can come over and just chill, okay? You ain't making no kind of effort. You ain't mentioned nothing like even remotely related to a commitment. And I'm supposed to be dating you. I'm supposed to be calling you all the time. Like, it's almost like guys have given the least but expected more from me, more than what they trying to put on the table. So needless to say, I'm single and have been for quite a few years. I really just haven't had no luck, I guess. Like, actually, just last weekend I was stood up. I think it was Sunday. So it really don't matter how you look, what you know, who you know, none of that. Like, people just gonna be who they gonna be. And I just rather think it's unfortunate that I haven't had a good love life than something sad and detrimental and something that I'm to blame for. You know what I mean? I am to blame for some of the guys that I've chosen to try to date. All of them weren't reasonable or desirable choices. I'm just more so going low because I know what to expect from a certain caliber of guys that I'm used to dating. And I know that if my mental is like here, but you're always going to be here, I know what to expect. I know how to act. I'm not going to be surprised. And even when you do what I can expect somebody like you to do, I can't be hurt because I didn't expect anything from jump. So for a long time, I actually felt like I was missing out. You know, everybody posting with their babes, Valentine's Day coming up. Yet again, I've never had a Valentine. I'm lying. I had a Valentine one time in high school, but that was it. And as I said earlier, I'm in my mid-20s now. So it's really nothing to even be sad about. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing that anybody can control. I just haven't met that person that I can have that consistency with. And I haven't had the whole romantic thing of, will you be my girlfriend? Will you be my Valentine? You want to spend Christmas together? You want to do this? You want to do that? You know, it's always just been very, very low key, very informal. And these days I'm being more intentional to move out of that because I put so much emphasis and energy into being the homie, the homegirl, being cool, because I know the type of woman I am is intimidating to guys. So I low-key make myself even smaller, trying to make them feel more comfortable, and it still don't work. Because the number one thing that annoys me is these guys' insecurities. And they get in my face and on my phone talking about how they think I got all these men. They think I got all this opportunity. They think they got so much competition. And it's annoying because why aren't you just trying to make sure you're the one I choose? Of course you have competition. That's the game. But don't be in my face with it. That's an immediate turn off. I don't want to know that you insecure and you don't think that you could ever get me. That's you telling me you don't want to date. Now you wasting my time. Because that's the wave I'm on. Another thing in that dating category is like measuring myself to that invisible standard, seeing what everybody else is doing, the matching pajamas on Christmas and stuff. I want to do all that stuff too, you know, and I just feel like I'm wasting my youth. There should be things I should have by now. No one wrote it down. It's no rule book to this. It's really just a societal standard. It's a pressure from older generations who don't even live the lifestyle that we have access to. So just through my own research and personal development, I realized that there's so much more to life than somebody claiming you, like you in a coat check or something. I'm not sitting on the shelf in nobody's store waiting to be chosen. I'm doing the choosing. And I promise you, ever since I adopted that mindset, my life has been so much better, like tremendously better. I don't feel that sense of loss when another one bites the dust. I actually feel happy because I'm finna meet somebody new, and that might be the one that I want to stick with for a while. I just see it as opportunity. The next thing we're going to talk about is struggling with body image. It really started when I gained a lot of weight. Probably was about 17. And I don't know how, but I just gained a whole bunch of weight. And I do know how. I do know how. Because the household I was living in was very restrictive. It was like very, very Christian, very strict, very, you know what I mean, this. And it wasn't a lot of room for anything except for trying to act like a robot. So I don't get stressed out about something else that ain't worth my stress. So if I wasn't in church or going to school or hanging out with the one boyfriend that they were already used to, I wasn't doing anything. Every time my friends had invited me somewhere, the answer was no. I asked why. I'm getting fussed out for being disrespectful. Like, it was just no winning. So I just sat in my room and was eating, watching TV, eating, sitting down. that's how you gain weight, being inactive, you know. So I stuck with the one guy because not only did I feel insecure about the way that I look, but it was a lot of rumors and trying to prove yourself based on how many girls you can smash going on in high school. It was a whole lot of lying on a D. Whole lot of that. A whole lot of pictures and other people's phones that the girl did not send to him. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of flexing going on. And I wasn't trying to have my great reputation tarnished by lies and deceit. So I made sure I maintained my little image, pretended I was happy. Everybody thought it was good. I was good with that. Cool. You know, but I wasn't thriving. I wasn't doing no choosing. I wasn't being wooed by this guy, that guy. It was kind of just, I just gave up. You know, I wasn't really living. Another thing has been, besides weight, my height. I'm 5'10", and I've had guys like ask me how tall I am before we go out, you know, and that turns me off because it's almost like, you know me, you know what I mean? I'm a taller female. Why does it matter? Why do you need to know what my height is before we go out? So just another one of them things that annoys me. Just like, you know, when they insecurity show real early on, like soon as you meet me, you like, dang, you probably got all these dudes on you. Look at this picture. Look at this status. Look at your, like, just my online presence is somehow intimidating. I don't need all that. Or my in-person presence is somehow intimidating because the party you met me at or whatever, I was looking real good and you know there's other men interested and that's what you want to talk about. I don't want to have no conversation about your insecurities when we just meeting. This is your opportunity to woo me and let me know I'm not wasting my time by talking to you. And what you gonna do is waste my time by talking to me about your insecurities. Nah. But at the same time, it does kind of make me look like, dang, should I ask him if he'll be uncomfortable if I wear heels on our date or something? I just haven't had that full-on, unadulterated confidence. Like, this is just who I am. This is how I'm showing up. You feel some type of way, that's a you thing. But I'm going to stay here, you know what I mean? And I'm going to have a good time, and I'm going to go home when I get ready to go home. But I don't have to have a good time with you. This is my life to live. So that's pretty much it. Working on a lot of things, learning a lot of things. My goal is to drop weekly and maybe start some conversations, do some live videos, continue to post. I no longer have mochasays.com. I know a couple of you guys have noticed that and tried, reached out to me like, what's going on. Shows that you really enjoy my work. I had over 9,000 individual users last year, so I was doing good numbers, but my engagement was really low. So I'm trying something new to build my online presence up and engage people in a different way than I have. So we'll see where this goes, but thank you for watching.